Hey guys, you're joining me in Cologne in Germany for the second day of Gamescom here. I'm joined now by Alex Evans, who is the technical director for LittleBigPlanet 2. Welcome, Alex.
Hello, thank you very much. Thanks for having me on your show.
So tell us what you're showing here in Cologne. You're showing a short new demo for us here.
Yeah, I mean, basically I never quite know which bits to show for LittleBigPlanet 2, but today we're focusing on story because for a lot of people, they really look forward to the media molecule levels and they serve as the inspiration as well. So a lot of people don't want to go straight into create. So the story mode and the music sequencer, the big two.
The music sequencer has been used in a creative new way, which is what you'd expect from LittleBigPlanet, but it's been used to build levels itself.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting that. Christophe, who's one of our French level designers we hired from the community, went ahead and rebalanced one of his gameplays, actually a top-down racing game. It's great, one of the greater levels in the game. But he used the sequencer to control the difficulty curve. And what I love about that is I think in LBP2 you should see levels from us and from the community that are just more finessed than the first game. Because you've got these extra tools at your disposal that mean that it's easier to balance and just make the games feel really good. So that's what he used it for, and it was not what I expected.
Kind of blow my mind to try and think about how that works.
It's just blown my mind. I can't even speak. So the crazy thing is that he realised, and Dave, the guy who actually programmed it with me, he's the lead physics and gameplay programmer, he was saying, look, it's a timeline, it's not just about music. Sure, you can put music down and you can put beats in and you can edit your piano keys, you can do literally anything. We provide tons of synths and instruments with you. But he's like, actually, why don't we just control the emotions of the sack box? Or why don't we change the camera cuts? Or why don't we emit pieces of gameplay based on the string sequence that you have there? And it's like, wow, at that point we could go back through our story mode and we're actually finessing our own story mode using the sequencer. And the story mode remains for LBP2 about multiple different kinds of gameplay. So that means that the sequence is getting used in all different kinds of ways for all different kinds of games.
The example you showed of that was actually doing a music loop and then a certain part of that rhythm having an object set on fire.
Exactly, because if you know anything from LittleBigPlanet 1, if you've ever created, you know that there are simple things like switches and levers and stuff. So all of that mechanics, all of those pieces, even the new Sackbot features and the direct control features, can be just placed physically on Poppet on this timeline. So if you can think of something you can do in LittleBigPlanet, with the sequencer you can now do it and control it with time and sequence it perfectly in order, making it just really easy. One of the guys from our community came and tested the game and he said, it's kind of tricky, it sounds really complicated, all these new features, I'm scared. At the end of the day he said, actually, you know what, it makes it easier. It's counterintuitive, but all of these powerful new features, once you've got your head around them, which takes a couple of hours, and then he said I was knocking levels out like 5 times quicker than you could do it in LBP1, which really makes me happy for what the community are going to do.
You showed one of the bonus levels as well where you can collect a rubber band ball and start playing basketball with it.
Yeah, that's right. So as you go through the story, as with LittleBigPlanet 1, we've got side games, but because we now have competitive mode, it can get really kind of emotional in those. I love it because the basketball game I showed, there's other ones, there's puzzle games, they can become competitive. So I think in the press demo I just got completely owned. I think I got like, he was getting 3-pointer after 3-pointer after 3-pointer, and the great thing is these competitive levels are really easy to make. To make a deathmatch game in LittleBigPlanet 2 just takes, make a frame, show where your levels are, put down a few weapons of your choice. You can actually choose what sort of a weapon you want. You can create it. It's LittleBigPlanet, and you're done. Deathmatch level in 20 minutes, really easy.
There was also a gun which you showed that was firing out icing with interesting physics properties as well. Tell us about that and how you can customize it. You can get it to fire anything, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we call it the Creatinator because we didn't want to go too violent in LittleBigPlanet. It's all about creativity. So the Creatinator is a hat, but you can make it emit anything. So if you want to, you can make it emit guns or fire or whatever. But in this case, it was cake icing. And the cake icing actually uses a new feature as well, which is stickiness. And so as you play through the story, we actually use that as a kind of mechanic for like pulling levers down, and you can actually then, fire the cake over and action at a distance. And again, the story mode just introduces the simple ideas. I think the community are going to take those simple ideas in our story and really kind of remix them and go crazy with it. And so we're doing the conservative end of the spectrum with the Cakeinator, and they'll do the crazy stuff, I hope.
So we're fast approaching the release date now. Where are you guys at in terms of development, and can we expect to see any more ahead of release?
I think we're at the no sleeping stage. I mean, we're in the polish phase basically. It's really great. We've locked down everything, no more features to do. So we're just doing our best to get through the bugs, get the game out to you, and get it really polished and really beautiful. So if you do see anything more, hopefully it'll be super slick, super polished, and really fun because we're enjoying making it. I just can't wait to have this baby out.
Great stuff. Thanks for your time, Alex. You can check out more about our LittleBigPlanet 2 impressions from here in Gamescom Cologne. Just head over to gamescom.gamespot.com.